Hi and welcome back to Celebrity Goddess Oracle. As you know, I use the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, and today we're going to connect into the energy of Pamela Anderson. So Pamela Anderson, turns out overnight that she got married again, married for the 5th time, which I actually didn't realize that she'd been married 5 times, to be fair, or 4 times before, and this being the 5th. So she's been in the, oh, okay, and out it comes, okay, the first card. So, transformation. So she is somebody that obviously was a bit of a wild child. Married to Tommy Lee, and as we all know, it was a bit of a rocky marriage, amongst others. And more recently, sort of in the news for being connected with Julian Assange, actually. As we know, the guy who instigated WikiLeaks and who is currently in detention at the moment, and I think will be for the foreseeable. So, okay, interesting. So I don't really actually know what Pamela Anderson has been doing recently on the work front. I'm not really sure, to be fair. I know that sometimes that, oh, okay. Okay, I think we're just going to connect one more into the arts here and see what it has to say. Okay. And one more for transformation. Okay. And an overarching card, please. Okay. All right. Past life. Right, so let's have a look. Let's have a look more deeply into this energy and see what we connect with here. This is a woman obviously known for her sort of sexy roles. I mean, she was in Baywatch, but I feel that this is a woman who's had many transformations. We've seen her sort of like move away from that and into sort of a more serious person. There is karma involved here. I feel this is connected with her. I feel this is connected with her private life, but let's just have a look more closely into that energy as well and see if it really is. It really is. Okay, just one card for the color of part. Okay. Oh, and one more. Okay. Okay, so this is a woman who, you know, she has got, as we've said, she's got a sexy image. She's somebody who's been sort of like on Baywatch, a lot of plastic surgery. I saw a photograph of her actually when she went out with the husband number 5, but 20 years ago, or 25, actually longer. It was in 1989, and she was almost unrecognizable actually because she's changed so much. But she does actually have this, this is really, so past life is often connected with karma, but I feel with this woman, this is literally connected to her past life, and that in a past life, she was somebody who actually was deeply connected with the divine and her goddess, and was somebody that actually healed, was either, you know, like literally a medicine woman, or somebody actually within her sort of past life who connected on that kind of energy and that spirit, which is seen in her current, in her sort of like modern day life here. This is a woman that is in a period of transformation. She wants to transform her life. There's a lot of abuse here. Wow, a lot of self-abuse, and a lot of abuse aimed at her actually. Goodness, it's actually kind of overwhelming. It's something that I think I have seen reported that happened to her, but I think the depth of this is sort of like I think what we've seen sort of reported and what's actually happened is like, it's much more far reaching, it's much deeper than what we even know. And this is a woman who hasn't really actually had a great deal of fairness in her life. To be fair, she hasn't been treated with a great deal of fairness. There's always been this judgment of her in relation to how she's viewed. And this is a woman that this is connected. So infinite supply is often connected with money, but as often it is connected to money, it's not. But I really do feel here actually this is connected with two things. It's connected with money for this woman, and it's also connected with I feel like this woman is questioning sort of how much time she's got left, really. She's reached a point in her life is that, you know, there's more behind her maybe than she feels that is in front of her. And I'm not saying that that is the case. I mean, although she's in her 50s at this point, she's 50, I think, 51, something like that. But at the end of the day, this is more to do with how she actually feels about things. And, you know, she really needs to sort of draw on this energy that she has within her, this divine connection, this goddess energy, this connection with the divine that she has within her soul DNA to actually connect with her feeling, to change her feeling, to transform her feeling in relation to this for herself. And to finally, you know, to not just, let's actually have a look closer into this fairness. So I think this is about fairness to do with not only how she's treated by others, but I feel this is connected with fairness in terms of how she treats herself, actually. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, okay, so actually, we don't need to pull any more cards. We've actually got it here. There is fairness to be had, and it is actually in connection with herself and not just others. This is a woman who, and these are connected here. Okay, she's somebody who has this loving divine energy for children, and not just her own children. Does she have a child? I think she's got a son. She got a son. I can feel male son energy here, but to the wider sense of children and the connection that she has, I feel that she's somebody who actually is artistic. Actually, I can see her almost almost dabbling, drawing in private, and this is literally art. It's literally the arts. I can see her actually. This woman is deeper than what people think. You know, I think it'd be easy to sort of dismiss this woman and say, oh, well, she's quite shallow, or she's this or that. This woman has actually really got a very deep, caring heart, sensibility, and connection with both the earth and with her artistic side. But for some reason, you know, there's something holding her back. This is a woman who feels that this is a woman where this transformation is necessary, and this fairness is necessary because, and this requirement to actually treat herself with kindness and with gentleness is required because, like I said before, she is not a woman that's had a lot of fairness, and she feels that the past is, she's stuck a little bit here. She's stuck. She feels that the way that she's been treated before and the fairness that hasn't come to her is the way that it's always going to be for her. But it's not actually. This transformation is external, it's internal. Let's actually have a look at the energy in her new relationship. Let's connect in there. So for that, I'm actually going to change decks. Actually, we're going to look at the animal spirit totem energy. But before we get there, I really want to connect into a different deck, and for that we're going to use the Archangel Michael deck. I just feel that there's something deeper here, and I feel it's connected actually to her home life, her new union. So let's just see what this brings up. So, okay, don't always do this, but I feel it's necessary. Okay, sense of humor. So this talks about loving energy and healing energy and the need to actually connect in order to actually attract and receive that. And I think that's probably fair. It's connected with this fairness. And pay attention to your dreams. Okay, and one more. I feel this is not literal with her. I feel this is a woman that actually needs to, she has dreams, but they're like visions of where she wants to, you know, they're like practical dreams, you know, this is what I want to achieve, this is what and I feel it's in connection with this arts and children and also the Mother Earth actually section here. But she actually doesn't know how to get there. You know, it comes back to this, I feel it comes back to this part here, there's like this kind of, there's like this stuck energy. There's this stuck energy with her. And we're not even actually touching on her relationship. We're talking about relationship, but this is really, you know, she's just got married and all the rest of it, but this is gonna sound crazy, but this has nothing to do with her relationship with this man. This has a relationship to do with herself, and that's very true in life. Actually, our primary relationship and the reason why we're actually here is first and foremost the relationship that we have with ourselves, and that's where this woman needs to transform, and that's where she is. She doesn't need to just transform, she is actually in the process of transforming. It's actually happening for her. Oh, okay, wolf energy. This is good. Okay, spider energy. Okay, and the fox, perfect. So this wolf energy comes in and it comes back to this. The wolf knows what it's looking for. Yes, it knows what it's looking for, and it stalks what it's looking for, and it goes after it. And this is, but before you can do that, you need to be able to see. You need to be able to see what you're hunting. You need to have in your mind's eye and your vision what it is that you want to bring about. And so it is, but this woman does have that. She does have that, but she tends to get caught in the webs of other people's making, both of her own and others. And this is to do with this connection with his relationships. She's had so many different relationships, and this is where she's actually really got stuck in her previous life. And she's definitely got stuck in her previous life. But she is, this wolf and this fox, these are closely related. They're both of the earth, both energies that are calculated. The wolf is more calculated and strategic. The fox is more opportunistic, but wily, both very, very wily, and both able to actually see not just the situation, but actually, particularly with the wolf energy, beyond the situation. And this is what needs to happen with this energy. This is where this transformation needs to happen, and for her to come unstuck, and for her to actually, for her to be the spider in this and not to actually represent the web of other people's design. This is a woman who is going to come into her own. It's taken her a long time, actually. It's taken her a long time. And she very much feels that. I feel like an element, a strong element of fragility with this woman. This woman has a great deal of strength. She really does. But there's really this need, and this is also where this quiet time comes in. There's this real need for healing with this lady. She really needs to, you know, connect back to herself and the divine, and literally Mother Earth. And this is going to help her transform and to heal. This is a woman that's got great vision. Her second act is going to be what she's all about. She's, you know, second half of her life, and she's well and truly into that stage at this point. She's really going to bring forward some very interesting ideas that she's going to put into practice, and which is going to be connected to situations that are beyond herself. So the wider good of the community and also the world, actually. I would watch this space. This is an interesting lady. And, you know, you're very wise in her own way, actually. Very wise in her own way. And it's now time for her to step into this wolf energy, into this medicine woman, into her inner goddess, and to really bring that forth. And I can't wait to see that. It's going to be really interesting. So we're going to close the reading on that note. I hope you liked this reading. If you've got a suggestion, I'd be happy for you to put a note in the comments below. If you would like to share, subscribe, or like this post, that would be amazing. I'd really appreciate that. We're all gods and goddesses of our own lives. I do private readings. If it's something that would be of interest to you, please reach out and connect with me. I'm sending all my love to you. I hope that you look after yourselves and you look after each other. And until the next time, take care.